Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Mike Smith, and today we're going to be speaking with Dan Finn from the Sanilac Museum. Today's show is being sponsored by SC4. Dan, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Yeah, welcome back. I know we talked a couple months ago. So tell me what's going on. So, and a lot of our viewers maybe don't know, what is the Sanilac Museum? It's in Sanilac County.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
In Port Sanilac. It's a Matryoshka doll of Sanilac. So we're Sanilac Museum in Port Sanilac, which also is in Sanilac Township, completely centered by Sanilac County.
Short drive from here.
45-minute drive right from where we're standing right now in Port Huron.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the Thumb Coast. Okay?
Right.
And on M25, it's on the south side of the village of Port Sanilac, and it is a collection of historic buildings that have been assembled from all over the Sanilac County region. We have right behind our cornerstone Loop Harrison Mansion, which is original to the property, 154 years old. Okay. We have a train depot, a church, a schoolhouse, several log cabins, some reassembled barns.
A short trip from here, and you have events that go on, I assume, all throughout the year.
All throughout the year, yeah, on a 10-acre property with 17 buildings to boast, all around 100 years old, celebrating the Thumb's heritage of the pioneer times.
And you maintain all that, or your staff, your team?
Yeah, we maintain all of it. You know, our first duty as a completely self-funded nonprofit is maintaining the property, and then our next priority after that, once the buildings aren't collapsing, is the mission statement, which is to promote history education.
All right.
And we have a lot of that coming up very soon. One event that we have right around the corner is our murder mystery event, which is a fundraiser, but we've even tailored some of the script to just have references to Sanilac County history or some Sanilac County references. And that's on May 17th. That's something that we're starting to develop as an annual rotation. We just had our first murder mystery event last year. This is our second time doing it. We're working out the kinks. What's fun about that experience is, as I said, we have 17 buildings.
Okay.
And we have this walking path promenade with the sidewalk. It takes you around to all these buildings. So when you arrive for the murder mystery, you come into the Loop Harrison Mansion for champagne or wine, and you start to mingle and mix with people. You'll have some appetizers, and then somebody will announce there was a murder in the Loop Harrison Mansion. And then you read the script of who she was, what happened.
Do you get a lot of people up there for this?
Well, last year we had 65 people. It was a doorbuster. We oversold capacity, and we definitely could sell a few more tickets this year around. I think we have some schedule conflicts going on, but
and they go through a whole program there, huh?
Well, I'm trying to tell you the whole program. So you start in the Loop Harrison Mansion. You're told there was a murder. You're given a notepad and a pen, and you got to go interview the suspects.
Oh, boy.
And we have 6 actors in one of each of our buildings. So you go out into the backyard of Loop Harrison Mansion, and you rotate around the entire 10-acre village, going from building to building, finding a suspect, one of our actors, playing a character with the script and dialogue, with the interviewers, with the detectives, our patron guests.
Now, I don't know if you remember this, but it's sort of like you've walked inside the game of Clue.
Yes, Clue is definitely what we're going for here. We're definitely going for Clue energy.
Okay.
And then it all wraps up inside our church. Our church will have tables, and there's a stage in our church where we also host weddings. People often get married on that stage. But for this event, the suspects will all be lined up on a table, being on display, and you get to, after you've done your due diligence, doing your lap around, interviewing each suspect, vote with your name into the jar in front of each actor who you think done it. And then we'll have the grand reveal, and then we'll draw the name from the jar, and there's a lucky prize for whoever guessed the right suspect.
This sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a very fun event.
Can they still get tickets to it?
We can still sell tickets. We'll be selling tickets all up until the final hour on Saturday, May 16th. The event is May 17th, a Sunday, in the afternoon, and we'll be selling tickets all the way up until Saturday, May 16th. And what we're hoping for is that we get some more tickets. So we have plenty of room. As of right now, I could sell 30 more tickets. I think we just have some schedule conflicts because of it being on a Sunday, and it's literally during almost every graduation ceremony in Sanilac County. So, but hopefully some people in St. Clair County will hear about this, think it's really fun, and they'll make the drive up to Sanilac Museum in Port Sanilac and get a great immersive experience, because they'll be going into all these different buildings, into our general store, which used to be a good store during the historic pioneer times of Port Sanilac. They'll go into a cabin, a log cabin from 1889. They'll go into a schoolhouse, a one-room schoolhouse, one of the first one-room schoolhouses of the Thumb that started educating the first generations that settled down here. And they'll even go into our Deckerville train depot to interview another suspect.
So having fun the whole time.
Having fun
and
the whole
learning the whole time as well.
There's the opportunity to learn. We're not so much focused on the learning for this program. It's getting you a new use for all these old buildings. But another program we have coming up is our America 250 Michigan initiative. So we are a grant recipient for the America 250 Michigan, and we have a 3-component project. We are developing an exhibit. It's all the same content across all 3 components, but we'll have a traveling exhibit, a permanent exhibit on display in the backyard in the same area that the detectives will be walking around on May 17th, as well as a user experience webpage on our website at sanilacmuseum.org.
And that's to coincide here in July with the 250th.
Yes, our tour, our traveling exhibit will start June 1st in Brown City, and then it'll start touring all around the Thumb from Harbor Beach to Cairo, up to Port Austin and Bad Axe, everywhere in between, from June through September, as we share the founding heritage of the Thumb region, which is a really funny tagline that we start the exhibit with. We say, Governor Lewis Cass, one of our first governors of Michigan, he said, there's a lot of surveys happening in the 1800s, and we have this in big text quoted Governor Lewis Cass. He said, "The region between Fort Gratiot and Saginaw Bay can never be of any importance." And we are proving him wrong with what we're telling in the stories of this exhibit. This is a self-guided, free experience for this touring, traveling exhibit. There's more information that will be on our webpage when we launch it on June 1st, and I'll also be submitting a press release. So be sure to look at our Facebook, your newspapers, your radio stations for more information coming up soon.
Well, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it, and I appreciate always learning more about Sanilac County Museum.
And the Thumb. We also extend it out to the whole region.
And the Thumb, for sure. Well, thanks for coming by, and thank you for joining us today on Spotlight.